Nah, boop.
You know, over the course of my extensive education career, I've had to take a lot of advanced literature classes. And when you take a lot of advanced literature classes, you have to read a lot of books. Unfortunately, despite being a good student, I didn't quite read every single book. I'd much rather prefer to read my own books that I bought at Barnes & Noble than stupid Heart of Darkness and Andromeda Strain and oh god, I hated Andromeda Strain. So that kind of ended up out of the 20-some books I was required to read for high school, I only read 5. Here are the only 5 books I ever read during my entire high school career. The first book I ever had to read for high school was for my pre-AP English literature class freshman year, and it was To Kill a Mockingbird. But here's the thing, the only reason why I read it is because I already read it back in 6th grade. My mom is a huge To Kill a Mockingbird fan, which is why my dog is named Scout actually. So I always had access to it and I was always encouraged to read it. I really did enjoy it, and I mean, it wasn't hard. The second book I ever read for a high school literature class wasn't actually until my sophomore year of high school. And that book was The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. I actually had to look that title up because I don't remember it. I actually really liked it. No one else in my small group liked it at all, but I thought it was awesome. I mean, if it's something unique and different, I'm definitely gonna fall in love with it. And this book it's perfect. I loved it. It was wonderful perspective, wonderful theme, storyline. I loved it. It was great. One of the best books I read throughout high school. Now here's the fun part. In my junior year of high school, I actually read 2 books that were required. I know. Hold your applause. The first book of these was The Great Gatsby. To be honest, it's kind of overrated. I never really fell in love with it. I never understood why everyone else in the class was in love with it, but I read it because everyone else was in love with it, so I wanted to figure out why they were so in love with it. I didn't fall in love with it. And then the second book I read was Of Mice and Men, which is not very impressive because it's a very short book. It was really an interesting book, but really the only reason why I read it all the way through was because math fell right after my AP Language and Composition class. So once I got the book, I just read it throughout my entire math class. I was never really good at math, so I'd much rather read a book required of me for my AP English class rather than not and have to do math. Please don't make me do math. And then finally, the 5th book I ever had to read for high school English was for my AP Lit and Comp class senior year. The only reason why I ever even finished it was because it was for my senior thesis. So if I didn't finish the book, I wouldn't have been able to write my senior thesis, and the senior thesis was over half of the class's credit. So I kind of had to finish it. Now what was this 5th mysterious required reading? Well, drum roll please. The Casual Vacancy by J.K. Rowling. Oh god, I have so many conflicted emotions about this book because it's written by the author who shaped my childhood. But at the same time, oh my god, is it a boring book. And then I had to write my senior thesis on British local politics because of that book. I'm not British. I don't even care about American local politics. So, I don't know. Why did I read that book? Why did I choose to do a senior thesis on that book? Why did I write 18 pages about that book? I think I ended up getting a D on that thesis anyway, but it just, God, I hated that book. If there's anything to take away from this video, sorry to all my high school English teachers. I'm sorry I failed you because I really like English and I still didn't do your homework assignments. I'm very sorry. Number 2, wow was I good at BSing book reports. I had really bad senioritis my high school career. That's why I started this YouTube channel actually. Not this YouTube channel, I'm mixing my channels up.